What's going on, Ball Talk? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be speaking about the semifinals of the Champions League. Who do I got tomorrow? Who do I got on Wednesday? Now, let me just tell you, man, we are very, very spoiled when it comes to football because tomorrow we are going to have by far one of the best games, if not one of the best, the best game of the Champions League so far. And basically, I mean, by far, like the new format, right? This new format that got invented, 2 years ago. And I think this is by far the best game that we're going to see. Obviously, a lot of people talk about Man City versus Real Madrid, a lot of Barcelona versus Inter last season. But I think this game tomorrow that we're gonna see is by far the best game that I think we're gonna see in Champions League in this new format. Because why, you ask, right? Obviously, this Bayern Munich versus PSG fixture, man, tomorrow. It's so special because you have by far the two best teams in the whole world, the most consistent teams by far, Bayern Munich, obviously PSG. You might, ask questions, right? But let me just tell you, man, that PSG are the champions of the Champions League. Don't forget that they won it last season, and now they're coming back in the semifinals of the Champions League versus, by far, like I said, one of the best Bayern Munich that we've seen in a long time. And I'm just looking at, as you can see, I have my screen right here. As you can see, I'm looking right here with my computer, and I'm just, the predicted lineup here is incredible. Obviously, Manuel Neuer as your goalkeeper, Stanisic, Upamecano, Ta, and Leimer. Let's just talk about that lineup real quick. That back line. Stanisic, a player, I don't really know him that much, but he's coming he's coming up. Upamecano and Ta, one of the most, you can say, very physical center backs. Upamecano, he's been okay this season. Obviously, last season, a couple seasons ago, he's had a couple mistakes. He had it at Real Madrid against, in the first and second leg, we know, with that Vinicius Jr. Opportunity. I feel like that's the only thing they're gonna have to be basically, be careful about. Leimer, very good defensively. Now look at this. Kimmich, Pavlovic. Obviously, Kimmich, there's no introduction for this guy because this guy is incredible. I love Kimmich. I love the character that he has, even, as a Real Madrid fan. Pavlovic, a youngster that is coming up, the successor of Kimmich. Musiala goes in because Gnabry got injured this past week. Olise and Luis Diaz. Olise, by far, if not one of the best wingers of the world right now. Luis Diaz, you question why Liverpool sold him to, he's such a class winger, man. I love this guy. Musiala, like I said, already talked about him. Musiala, one of the best. They call him Bambi for a reason. He's so technical in the ball. Very, very good. Harry Kane, man. Harry Kane, one if not Ballon d'Or contender, I think by far. I think he's top two. I think he is, if not the leader right now of the Ballon d'Or. One of the craziest seasons, man. He leaves Spurs. Now he joins this powerful Bayern Munich team. Incredible striker. By far the best striker in the world, in my opinion. And now you look at the other side. Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele, Due. Desiree Due. If that doesn't bring, big exclamation points to you, you're going to have to ask yourself, what are you watching? Because Kvaratskhelia, by far, is one of the silkiest players on the ball. This guy is incredible as a left winger. This guy can hit it with the left. This guy can hit it on the right. This guy can make any defender on roller skates. It's incredible how good Kvaratskhelia is. Ousmane Dembele, currently the Ballon d'Or, and he's making a big case because obviously Ousmane Dembele just decides to show up the second half of the season. And like I said, he's been showing up. Desiree Due, he took by storm the last final of the Champions League. I mean, incredible player, incredible talent. Frenchman is going to be looking very, very dangerous in the World Cup. Fabian Ruiz says he's going to be, predicted lineup. It says like he's going to start. Saïd Emery, I'm surprised. Is Vitinha injured? He doesn't look injured. Vitinha doesn't look injured. So we might see a couple changes there. Fabian Ruiz, it says like he's predicted to start. Simon Emery, another very, very talented youngster in the midfield, and Ruben Neves, right? No, Ruben Neves. Is it Ruben Neves? João Neves, my bad. João Neves, another talented Portuguese player. I think Vitinha will start. It shows here that this is the predicted lineup. I thought Vitinha was injured, but apparently he's not. Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes. Amazing, amazing lineup. Defensive line. I love it. I really think this defensive lineup can do very, very extraordinary things. And Safonov. Obviously, Donnarumma, is not playing for PSG no more. That's the only thing that I feel like, you know, Bayern have the advantage because obviously, Manuel Neuer is amazing, amazing at goalkeeper. And I think he has the most experience. One thing that I'm looking at right here is that tomorrow Vincent Company is not going to be in the bench. Obviously, he's suspended. I don't know if is that going to happen, but I think that might be one of the upsides. You just never know because obviously managers, play a big part, especially Vincent Company with this Bayern Munich team. Now, who do I go for? That's the biggest question that I feel like a lot of people are actually questioning. I'm going to be honest. I am going to go. A lot of people are going Bayern, and I understand why. And let me just tell you, I am not going to go against that, man. Bayern Munich have been so informed. Obviously, let me just tell you this. If there's one team that can stop this Bayern Munich team winning the Champions League, because in theory, I'm going to be honest with you from the bottom of my heart, this is where the champion is going to come out of. I don't think in 2 rounds, I don't think Arsenal or Atleti come even close to this team. Either of these teams. I think the champion is coming out of these two. These two teams, man, are so incredible that they can win on the Champions League super easy. I think these two teams will take on anybody team right now as we speak. Like I said, who do I go for? I think Bayern Munich are gonna win. I think the match in Paris tomorrow, I think PSG might take it 1-0, 2-1, but I think over there at the Allianz Arena in Germany, I think Bayern might take it. This team is incredible. I really see it hard for a team to beat this team. Maybe in one leg, maybe Cholo or Arteta might do it, but in 2 legs, I feel like this team is gonna cook. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Ousmane Dembele from somehow just becomes, like I said, your top Ballon d'Oro, contender. Like, he comes up and he comes on clutch. I wouldn't be surprised. This team is incredible. PSG is incredible. Like I said, I think Vitinha, this is football, man. This is football. I can't wait, man. I feel like there's going to be... tomorrow I'm going to do my parlay. I'll put both teams to score. I think both teams are just going to be so... They have so much firepower. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited to see this game tomorrow. And obviously, we have on Wednesday, Atleti versus Arsenal. Now, obviously, this is literally heads and tails. Like, it's the other side of the coin because... In one side, you see a very, very good team like Bayern Munich and PSG. And then you have, obviously, Arsenal versus Atleti, which I don't know who is going to win. I'm going to be honest, as a Real Madrid fan, you would think that you want Atleti to lose. But I actually want Atleti to win. I don't know why. I don't feel like Arsenal deserve this, man. Arsenal, I can't back Arsenal. I'm sorry. It's just that Arsenal are just so dependent on set pieces. They don't score a lot of goals. They're fighting for the Premier League. It's just they're gonna have to basically, I don't know. Look at this. In the past 5 games, Arsenal have won against Newcastle 1-0, have lost against City 2-1, have tied against Sporting 0-0. They lost against Bournemouth. They beat Sporting 1-0. They lost against Southampton. I mean, guys, can we really sit here and really trust Arsenal? I don't think so, man. I think tomorrow we're going to see this Athletic side is so talented, man. You have Julian Alvarez, Sorloth, Griezmann. I think Barrios is injured. But either way, you have Llorente. These players are so explosive. I think Lookman is injured. I'm not sure. But just, guys, this team, man, I'm super surprised. Don't get me wrong. I think Arsenal do have the better, the better team. But at the end of the day, man, this team, Julian Alvarez, Sorlo, Griezmann, these two, man, I don't see, man. I don't see Arsenal doing anything. Look at this. Eze Martinelli Mondueke Jokeris. He has not proved himself since he comes from the Premier League. I don't understand. I don't see how Arsenal beat Atleti. I'm gonna go with Atleti tomorrow. I think the Metropolitano are gonna go crazy. Obviously, you might think that Atleti are so bottom at the table of La Liga, but they're not even focused on that. They're putting their second team in the La Liga race. They basically are so focused. And let me just say, this is Griezmann's last basically season with Atleti. He's gonna go to Orlando to the MLS. I think that this team will go basically so far for Griezmann, man. And I'm super excited to see that. Honestly, I'm super excited. I'm super stoked. Like I said, tomorrow I feel like Atleti will beat Arsenal at the Metropolitano 2-1. And I think at the Emirates, I think it's gonna be 1-1. We'll see what happens on Wednesday. I'll come back to this, to this video and honestly do a different reaction. I just want to see what these two teams bring to the table. Like I said, I don't see Arsenal beating this Atleti. I'm trying to be very, very, positive with Arsenal, but they're just very, very unpredictable. I don't know what side of Arsenal we're gonna see. I just don't see them beating Atleti. Atleti is so explosive, so good. I just nah, man. Simeone, very, very good. Obviously, with with the back line of Atleti, they were known back then the day with defensive park the bus, but obviously that has changed. Simeone has changed that. I feel like now he's more focused on firepower, and we're gonna be able to see that on Wednesday. So let me know what you guys think about this prediction. Like I said, I feel like Bayern will win. Well, actually, I feel like there's gonna be a tie, and then we're gonna see Atletico win on Wednesday. So let me know what you guys think. And hopefully we'll see a very, very good game tomorrow. Like I said, guys, we're going to be very spoiled. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next episode, man. Let's go, boys.